We are keeping our eyes on Hurricane Earl in the Atlantic. Evacuations have already been ordered for parts of the North Carolina Outer Banks. And the storm has emergency officials as far north as Maine now checking supplies. Storm team meteorologist Keenan Smith has been following Hurricane Earl, and he's got the latest track. Keenan?
Good afternoon, Lauren. Certainly the tropics are very active, and Earl is the strongest system in the Atlantic basin right now, Category 3, and you can see a very healthy system, at least in terms of its structure. You can see a very clear eye wall here, which means that its structure is very healthy and it's venting properly on all sides, and we're not in the middle of one of those eye wall replacements, which sometimes may cause a lack of structure here. Don't have to worry about that. Earl is quite healthy indeed. Right now, Earl is at 25.1 north, 72.1 west, moving to the northwest, 17 miles an hour, 125 mile an hour maximum sustained winds, making it a Category 3. Now, Earl is going to swipe the North Carolina coastline here and then race up the coastline. And although the official forecast cone is now offshore, off the Delmarva Peninsula, off the New Jersey coast, you'll notice Long Island still in the cone, parts of Massachusetts, including Cape Cod in parts of the cone there. And so, too, are folks in northern Maine, Bangor, Maine, and then out to Halifax, Nova Scotia. So still going to be awfully close. And even for those folks that aren't in the cone, they're going to get certainly the effects of it, rough surf and even some high winds. Now, we are far enough away that our impacts, direct impacts, will be minimal. Here we are in South Florida, and the 5% line of getting any tropical storm force or hurricane force winds still off to our east. But our neighbors to the north in North Carolina, take a look. They are solidly here in the area of tropical storm force and hurricane force winds. And as a result, those folks are going to, in fact, are now under hurricane warnings across portions of the North Carolina coast. But it's hard to tell that if you look outside right now. Here's what it looks like outside in North Carolina. Things are actually looking very good. Live here, Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. The surf doesn't look particularly rough, although one sign, it is Labor Day weekend. And here's a look at the beach. Well, we're coming up on Labor Day weekend, and the beach there rather empty, and that's a sign. Also in New Jersey, we're looking at looking outside, and we have some beachgoers there a little farther up the coast, but you can see surf conditions don't look too bad. However, things will deteriorate as we move on throughout the day. Coming back live here and taking a look up the New Jersey coastline, they're in the 30 to 40% range, 30% chance of seeing some of those high winds. But you'll notice it stretches all the way back, not just to Philadelphia, but back into the Susquehanna Valley and across portions of Pennsylvania and right on up through Boston.